Next question. We have v equals 4 over 3 pi r cubed. And we want to make r the subject. Okay, first off, when we look at this, we're seeing that r cube is connected to 4/3 pi by multiplication. So we can get rid of this guy over here, 4 over 3 pi. Because before we can get to r, we have to make r cube the subject. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, let's first off look at the fact that 4 over 3 pi r cube is the same thing as saying 4 over 3 multiplied by pi r cube. So we can actually put this over 1, and this will give us 4 pi r cube over 3. So in other words, we can just shift this 3 in the denominator position. So let's do that. I think it will be much easier to work out afterwards. So this will be 4 pi r cube over 3. And now we can actually put v over 1 and cross multiply. So since what I want is over here, which is the r, I'm going to just do that first, which is going to be 1 times the 4 pi r cube. So that's 4 pi r cube. Since anything times 1 give about the same thing. And 3 times v is simply 3v. Now, again, we're trying to get to r, but r is tied up with the cube. So we're going to get rid of the 4 pi first. Since the 4 pi is multiplying r cube, this cube is only affecting r. So we can't remove the cube first because it's only affecting r. But the 4 pi is multiplying r cube itself. So we can actually get rid of that first. We should get rid of that first. That goes, and we are left with what? We're left with r cube is equals to 3v over 4 pi. Now what's the next step? The next step is for us to actually get what? To get to r. Okay, now the cube, as I mentioned before, is only affecting r. And now we need to make that r look like an r. Okay, so to get rid of this cube, what we're going to do, okay, of course, I'm sure you heard, get rid of cube by cube rooting. And so the cube root will cancel cube. Can't use a square root, of course not. A square root will only cancel square. So if we had, for instance, if we have r squared, we'll use square root. We usually have a 2 there, but we don't usually show it. So let's go back to this. So a cube root get rid of a cube, and so that's cancelled, and we have r equals. By the way, I should actually cube both sides. So I have to make sure the 3 is right by the radical symbol. So we have r is equal to the cube root, the 3 by the radical symbol here, over the quantity, well, of the quantity 3v over 4 pi. That's our solution where r is the subject.